This is my position statement on curriculum, assessment, and program. We'll begin with curriculum. The curriculum needs to be planned in such a way for it to be challenging and engaging, needs to be developmentally appropriate, be meaningful both culturally and linguistically, comprehensive, and promoting positive outcomes for all children. Curriculum that is based on these principles should display these attributes. All children are actively engaged. All goals are shared and meaningful. All activities are based on best practices. All content should be gained through focused investigation with intentional teaching. The learning should be constructed on prior learning and also prior experiences. All goals, activities, and learnings should be comprehensive, and the subject matter should be based on professional standards and best practices. The goals should be established to benefit all children in their long-term learning. In the assessment realm, the assessments need to be developed with the goals of assessing children's strengths, their progress, and their needs. The assessment should be developmentally appropriate. It should be meaningful, both culturally and linguistically. It should be related to children's daily activities, and it should be supported by professional development. As well, it should be inclusive of all families and have beneficial, specific purposes for all children and families of the program. The assessment an assessment that is based on these principles should be ethically guided practices, use instruments for their assessment instruments for their intended purposes. It should be appropriate for the ages and the characteristics of the children in the program. It should use quality instruments in a professional, compliant manner. Also, it should be developmentally and educationally relevant for all the children in the program. The assessments should use evidence gathered through the use of multiple assessments and used to improve the learning. And any screening should be linked to the follow-up, and norm reference testing should be used on a limited basis. Knowledge of the assessments should be shared with everybody, including both staff and families. As far as the evaluation and the accountability of programs, it should be evaluated regularly to consider that the goals are varied and appropriate, and that the goals are conceptually and technically sound, using evidence to determine the program's quality, and also that should take a look at the intended and unintended results of the programs. Effective programs and evaluation accountability should create continuous improvement of the program. The evaluation should be guided by the goals of the program. All the goals should be comprehensive. They should use valid designs that are used in all evaluations. The data should be gathered from multiple sources, and the sampling of individualized children assessments for evaluation should come from a random sampling of the students, not from just a select few. Standardized tests should only be one part of the evaluations, and they should be non-exclusive. The evaluation and accountability should emphasize children's gains over time, and the evaluation should be conducted by well-trained people. And finally, all the results of the evaluation should be shared publicly for true accountability. Thank you.